All right, good morning. Good morning. So we are getting everything set up here to see about these numbers coming out. 8:30. Let's see what happens. See if we make a dumb decision or not. All right, just make sure the audio is good. Good morning, Predator. Good morning. It's kind of the idea here, guys. You know, typically the market likes to do kind of a dip and rip type thing. So we're just going to play off that, either a dip and rip or a little push up and then a rip down. So what we'll do on our Topstep account here, this is the express funded, just so you guys can see what's going on here. We lost $300 in this account yesterday, so the equity is only $246. So essentially that's our risk. We're risking $246 here for a potential $1,000 payoff, something like that. So we got our take profit set up for $1,200 and a $200 stop. And then over here, this is one of the Topstep accounts, one of the Topstep challenge accounts. So I'm going to do similar thing. I'm going to manually press the button over here. And I think I'm going to decide whether it's going to go up or down, pre-decide that over here. And we'll just put one order above or below. And if it gets taken, it gets taken. And if not, it just doesn't. So only targeting like $1,300 over here on this one. So probably could do something. Yeah, I'll probably change this. I think we'll go 130 ticks with 2 contracts. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll risk 400 over here. I do got the trail stop on. This way, if it picks us up and it's in the wrong direction, maybe it'll at least move into profit 5 or 10 handles, and then we can at least break even or something like that on it. So we'll see. But kind of the idea here is, you know, I like to kind of look and see what direction we kind of think would be the draw, right? So we've kind of pulled back here, got a double bottom going on down here. So I'm kind of thinking we get a little pullback maybe into the VWAP and then this blast up into the 700 area. Maybe not quite that high. Let's see, 530. Yeah, even if we just took this liquidity here. So I don't know. I'm feeling a dip and a rip. That's what I'm feeling this morning. Whether or not it gives it to us, I don't know. But that's what I'm feeling. So the idea is right there in the last minute at 8:29, right before the numbers come out, you're looking for the market to make a move. And that's typically the fake out direction. So if at 8:29, if it pulls back, then as soon as it stalls, we'll buy. We'll take a long and go from there. Same thing the other direction. So at 8:29, if it pushes up, then we're going to be looking for a short. So I feel like it's going to be a push up this morning, but I really don't know. We really don't know. But the dip and the rip, usually it's somewhere like 20, 30 handles of a pullback, usually about 20. So if it hangs out in this area, maybe a pullback into the 90 and then a blast up. So we'll probably put the order over here somewhere. I'm thinking it's going to move up, so we'll probably put it somewhere in that 30, 40 range. We'll just put us a limit order on the screen there and see if it takes it. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. So, yes, I know this could be perceived as gambling, and that's kind of what it is. That's fine. At the end of the day, I'm going to liquidate this Tradevate account from Topstep anyway. So I'm literally risking this the balance that's in here currently, which is only $200. So $200. That's it. And it's a little entertainment for you guys, a little fun. So, yeah, and I have done this before successfully. We did this on a Bulenox account a while back, and I've done this on other accounts as well and had it work. Obviously, there's been times where I've done it and it didn't work, but that's just me looking in the wrong direction. And that may be what happens today. We don't know. We don't know. But we're going to make it happen. See where it goes from here. See where it goes from here. Got about 8 minutes until the action happens. Got about 7-8 minutes. Like I said, kind of thinking the old dip and rip is going to occur, but I don't really know. I don't know any more than the next person, right? If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We're going to send it. That's what we're doing. And we do have the trade copier off over here. We just only have the Topstep account, the one challenge account on. I did sign up for another APEX account last night. So we'll be copy trading that one this morning as well once we get into the open. So we will add that one to the copy trading. Appreciate anyone who purchased an APEX account yesterday. The commissions are appreciated. Commission, whatever you call it, affiliate money, they are appreciated. Yes, I don't know if you guys saw, APEX did extend the 80% sale. I was not disappointed, but I was kind of hoping they would fire up a 90% sale. I was hoping for a 90% sale there. What do you guys think? Up or down? What are we going to do? We going up? We going down? Like I said, I really don't know. My intuition says up, but I could be wrong. We most likely are wrong. Predator says, who knows? Question mark. Don't really know. It's always kind of fun to do these numbers play, you know, like even if you lose, it's just like, oh well, it's not a big deal, right? But we got some people in the Discord I'm in, they trade these numbers every single time, and I see them winning quite a bit. So like I used to avoid them for obvious reasons. But then I kind of, you know, I did it a few times on my own, but We're doing this on the 13th, by the way. Uh-oh. That's true. That's true. It's fine. It's not something I recommend you guys doing or anybody else for sure. Probably not the smartest thing in the world to do, but I figure why not? I was going to close this account anyway at the end of the week, so either going to close it with no money in there and just, you know, move on, or have a little bit of money. We'll see. Because if you guys aren't familiar with Topstep, unfortunately, if you have any funded accounts that are on Trade-O-Vate, you cannot transfer those over to Quantower. I don't know why, but you can't. So, and I haven't really experienced many issues with Trade-O-Vate lately, but there has been some lag the last few days. And I have seen, I don't remember which one of you guys it was talking about their internet. I think it might have been you, Predator, on Ninja. Yeah, I've actually seen a lot of complaints about some lagginess on Ninja there over the last week or two. So I have not used Ninja in the last 5-6 days, so I don't know, but it's kind of pulling back into this VWAP here right before the numbers come out. We got about 3 minutes here. It was kind of an interesting scenario. We were thinking we'd pull back once the numbers came out and then shoot up. So this is kind of interesting. Oh, make sure that has that on there. There we go. So basically, whichever way, excuse me, goodness, whichever way the initial move is, we're going to, as soon as it stalls, we're going to buy in the opposite direction. Yeah, a lot more people are using Ninja now. So I think some of the similar issues we had there on Trade-O-Vate, now you're having on Ninja. But all right, got about 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. So let's see what happens. I'm looking for the move up over here on this account. So I'm thinking 35. So all right, we're going to put it at 30 on this one. Target's just 62. So it's kind of giving us this dip and rip look here, guys. Should I just place this one at 30 also? And then if it moves to the downside, then we just don't participate. That's what I'm thinking. Normally I would just mark it in on the reverse of the move. But I'm thinking the way this looks, since we're pulling back here, yeah. I'm just going to put this one at 32. This one will require a bigger move in order for us to get filled. So this way we're only risking in one direction. All right, here we go. And it went the other way. That's okay. It went the other way. Well, that's kind of uneventful. So it had to rip up and then it ripped down there. Still going. We'll just do it anyway. We'll buy long. Yeah, stopped out. I just moved the stop too quick. As we do. Well, that was uneventful. It went the opposite way. That's typically the way it goes. You know, I think it's going to go one way and then it goes another. That's all right. I figure that way, if you're going to make a guess, at least if you're right, you're right. And if you're wrong, right? So we had that initial burst up and then whoop, down. See, normally that's where I would have taken the short. As soon as it stalls right there, you'd enter short for this burst down. The rip and dip. Now we're trying to get the push back up here. We're kind of retracing this area. Usually would retrace the entire move there. The entire move. Usually. Well, that was a little more uneventful than I expected. Did not did not get in on it. Didn't take it. That's all right. We got a pivot right here at the 428s. It's kind of where it hung up at. All right, we're going to try a little long here. Let's just try to get 5-6 handles out of it. 10. There we go. $200. We'll take it. We'll take it. At least we got something out of it. We got something out of it. How's it going, Kelvin? Saw that volume start coming in there on the WADA. I didn't even have the WADA pulled up until just a second ago. Saw that buy volume start coming in, and we said, yeah, let's take it. So there you go. At least we got something out of it. I wanted more than that, but hey, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. We'll take $200. Get some of the loss back from yesterday. See, I'm much better at seeing the dip and the rip. I don't know why that is. I can't answer as to why that is, but I like it when it pulls back and then goes. When it pushes up and then pulls down, for whatever reason, I just don't see it as well. Pushing through the 50s here. Like I said, this almost always retraces the entire move, and that's probably what's going to happen here. So 06, I'd expect this to get back up to that 500. So probably, you know, the 100-point move down, 100-point move back up. Holy cow. One of the guys in the Discord, oh man, I feel bad for you, dude. He's down like 10 grand. On that move. That's awful. He copied his account, so I don't think I would copy. I definitely wouldn't have copied. Would not have copied the accounts there. No, I don't think it's a funded. I think this is I think he was on some challenge accounts. He says he's got those are, I guess they're resetting Friday. So he was only $67 away on one of these from passing. And it failed. There's his P&L from this morning. So he was only $67 away from passing this bottom one, and then he went the wrong way. I don't know if you're only 67 away. Why would you include that one? But so there we are, guys. Right back to the VWAP. Just kind of retrace the entire move there. So like I said, I did sign up for a new Apex account. So I'm going to be copy trading. Obviously, let's get this set back up to copy trade. I got to turn all my connections on. So he got caught on that move up, that spike up. He went long on the spike up and got caught. It happens. I mean, that's how I used to do that play. I used to take the first move, and I would almost always get burnt. That's why I quit doing it. And then I learned that the second move, so wick up, then as soon as it stalls, you take your short. And then once this stalls down here, you could really get long down here. You got to be quite ballsy to do that, though. I don't think I have that in me. All right, connections. Get the Bulenox up here. And I think we got to open a new chart. NQZ3. Alrighty. I did think about doing something a little different on these. Because yesterday I was kind of mad at myself. I think I said it, if we didn't hold the 45 on that 5-minute setup, that I felt like we were going to get stopped out for a loss. And at 45 was we would have been locking in 5 handles. But I didn't want to break the rules. So I didn't put my stop. I didn't move the stop. But I think, you know what? If I think it's going to stop me out, I think I'm going to move the stop. If I don't like the way it looks, I'm going to move it. Because I took a loss, $600 on each Topstep, $300 on each Bulenox when I could have locked in $100. Because I knew we weren't going to hit the target. All right, let's make sure I got the right account pulled up. It's the only thing with this copier. I have to check everything every morning. I do like it, but just got to check and make sure everything's right. All right, looks like it should be. Bot is started. We're synchronized. Got a working orders page up. Okay. I'll go ahead and get everything else pulled up. I didn't have everything pulled up. We do got a pivot to the upside there, 555. I hate how this thing takes I mean, I'm probably just not saving it, I guess, but every day I have to put the pivots back on here. All right, pivot points. So you can see the pivot points here. See what Mancini has to say this morning. I haven't read his tweets. Initial CPI reaction in the books and precise technicals in ES. 4503 to 97 was key support. We dipped there exactly and rallied to 4516 resistance. 25 and 32 is next if ES wants it. 97 fails. We see 83, 73 coming. That's Mancini this morning. I might sign up for Mancini's new newsletter. I only get his free tweets. I like his information. Apparently, he gives more info in his newsletter about how he's trading the ES. Like I said, I don't have his newsletter, but I think it might be a worthy purchase. I think it's only around $25 a month or something like that. It's not even expensive. It's no different than paying for an indicator, I guess. No different than paying for an indicator. That's the only difference. That's the only thing I like about APEX as opposed to, I like about Bulenox as opposed to APEX, is the fact that if you want to, you can trade the news. They completely don't care. You can trade the news if you want to. All right, what am I missing? I'm missing a chart. Oh yeah, I don't have the ES pulled up yet. Kelvin, when are you coming over to the dark side, man? When are you going to start trading these futures? Oops. There we go. Got to get you over to the dark side. I don't know why this thing does this sometimes. Come on. What are you doing? You're gonna make me go through here and click every tab to open it back up. It's fine. All right, there we go. All right, let's get the ES pulled up. Well, to be honest, you might already be in the dark side, right? Over there with the with Forex, some would say. Some would say. I've never traded Forex, so I don't know. I just only heard things. Just only heard things. I was doing some penny stocks before I started doing futures, and this is I don't want to say it's easier, but it's such a better way to go. I was like, oh, you just trade the same thing every day? You don't have to find the stock? Perfect. Sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. So let's look at the ES, see what it did. That volume that came in there is quickly dissipated. So yeah, the ES traded back to 44.95 exact. Pushed up to 17. Nice. So the ES right back, it's below the VWAP, so is the NAS, but all right, let me get the charts back the way I like them. 3 minutes here, and we'll take the 5 minute here. There we go. $152. Oh, I gotta get this on the right one though. We're trading the micros over here. Yeah. There we go. Well, I'm just saying, Kelvin, you're in here watching. You may as well just press some buttons, right? Pick you up a nice cheap challenge account and press some buttons. Gentle encouragement. How bad can it be? Or start out on a practice account or something. Well, it feels bad. I was expecting a little more than that, but I knew by picking, that's the only thing, by picking a direction and instead of reacting, which is what I normally do, I would kind of pick a direction. Good thing we had our stop. We had this up at 30. I initially thought 35, but I put it at 30. You can see how close this thing actually came to tagging us in there and then stopping us out. Pretty close. Pretty close. You guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're watching and you have not yet subscribed. It helps the channel. We appreciate it. It's free. So volume kind of died. I thought we may get a little more action, even though it was kind of, you know, after those numbers there, I thought we'd get just a tick more action. Trying to get a little push here, a little volume coming in here. This would be your C leg here, pushing back up. I don't mind it. Maybe take profit there at 90. Volume looking a little better here. Coming in here pretty strong. ES pushing above the VWAP there. Nasdaq approaching the VWAP. Let's jump into the live over here and see what they're talking about. Let's jump in over here. Should we tell them that we're listening? They might be in here. Oh, a curse word right away.
88 short on that, and it just went to 88 to 88.50, I guess, or 25. I don't know if they're picking up.
Let's listen to the Discord, see what they got to say.
We'll see if this thing comes back down to my entry or if it's gonna do a little EBC out of here.
Can you guys hear that?
Looks like it's coming to get me.
Oh, pushed up into the, did we get the 90? Pretty close.
Oh, unless it isn't.
88.50.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Turning up? Don't tease me. Oh, it's turning up. It's trying.
This is a Smurf trying to will it.
Yeah, I turned the bot off. I mean, I would have got some action out of the bot still.
Not going to tell them we're listening. They can
like,
figure it out on their own, I
make
guess.
a few $100, shut it off.
Yep.
Don't play.
Call it a day.
temporarily.
Yeah.
That's Smurf hitting his vape when you hear the.
Fucking send it. Let's go.
We can get some
Fuck, man.
free
50 bucks on a
commentary.
single mic. This is cool.
They have equipment.
Keep it going.
Get some free commentary.
Don't come get me. Don't come get me. It's coming to get me.
I'm like a guy here.
Almost.
I shorted that bitch at 90.
Ah, God. Oh, fuck. That's my fault.
That was sketchy because it came up and missed me at 88 something, so it could have blown right through.
Oh, still got that look in her eye.
But that was like 93 was the ABC. It might go.
Just know there could be some vulgarity. It's fine.
Which would be like just over 500 possibly.
So pushing above the VWAP there nicely. Trying to test that 500 level. Thinking we might see high a day here before we even open up.
Might have been too stingy with my stop.
What's your stop set up?
Gone. Already, it was knocked out. I was bar chasing it. I don't know. I mean, this would,
Chasing.
you know.
So look at the ABC. It's gonna go to like just.
Yeah.
Pushing through the 500 there.
Yeah, this is running B to C hard.
There comes the volume. This thing wants high a day. It wants that 30 level for sure. ES testing that 18 level already. 16, 17 area.
Whole number drama.
Yeah, well, it was the ABC. 50. The previous high was 503.75. It went to 5 even. 505 even.
505, man. This thing's got like
50?
issues with that. 505. It's got issues with that number.
Well, I had a couple successful trades. I'm gonna go take a piss so I don't accidentally trade another fucking. Get back in here too quickly. I'm trying to pace myself a little. You know, when you get a nice 4, 5, 6 point, you don't really have to go right back in, even if you see a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just listening, guys. I mean, what else can you do? I want to see us hold this VWAP here, retest it, and maybe we'll get a push through that 500 level. Maybe we can participate here. Just with a micro over here on the Apex, or the Apex PA account. If I tell them that they're live on YouTube right now, they'll probably stop talking as much. So we just not gonna tell them. Just not gonna tell them. Just keep it a secret. Did anybody take any trades there on the news? Kind of get a little pump right here. Let's see. Anybody take any entries there? All right, I'm going to take a little long here. See if we can get a push into this 20. Just one micro on the Apex PA account. Stop is already at break even here.
Stop filled.
Yeah, move the stop too quickly. Why did we do that? Should go. I don't know if I love the volume. Kind of died there. Kind of died there. Still trying to push, though. Let's see if this volume, if it comes back in above the explosion line.
Go, baby, go.
Order filled.
I probably got in too late on this. Let's just try a little quick push into 20 if we can get it. Watching the WADA here. Risking 6 handles. Come on, push into 20. Come on, you can do it.
Turn it up.
I don't like it. Seller's coming in now.
Order filled.
Just going to kill it. Took an $8 loss.
Or knock me out.
Seller's coming in hard now. Pushing it back down. I was kind of thinking it would just push into the 20, but got a little bit of a divergence going on right here on the WADA. It's showing sellers, but we're still pushing, which might lead you to believe that we're not going to continue to push. The ES pushed through high a day there. Nasdaq kind of lagging here. See if we can't get going. I have to hold this 500 level right here if we're going to get going.
And Danilo Calavella, whatever that fucking criminal was called.
I don't know.
Who?
I don't know what
The
that
guy
was.
from Philly, whatever, the fucking Pennsylvania dude that escaped prison.
Oh.
The hide and seek champion?
Yeah, they're saying they fucking called him.
Hopefully.
I don't know if that's him.
Some guy escaped prison.
Shit.
I had a moment right then where I had to decide if I wanted to start the day off being a dick or not. One of my moves is I'll ask someone who, and when they answer, I'll just say cares. Jesus Christ.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You.
See?
What you got in your
I'm
mouth,
afraid-
fucker?
Dick.
Yeah, that.
As
There-
usual.
There comes the vulgar.
Yeah. A bagel flavored dick.
Oh man, maybe we might have to turn this down.
Yeah.
Well,
Small man.
don't underestimate him.
All right, maybe we
Small
should
man.
tell him. Maybe we should tell him.
Yeah.
Guys, that's inappropriate for YouTube.
Are we on YouTube
What's
right
that?
now?
Are we on YouTube?
Yeah.
I didn't that out. Hold on, I gotta go back to dyeing my mustache.
Hey, you
I told you when I'm on, man, it's a bad idea.
It's a bad
Andrew's
idea.
like I'm dyeing it black.
Oh, well.
Had to tell them. They started talking about wieners.
That's
So
fucking hilarious.
That's awful.
yeah, I figured I had to tell you guys once the conversation turned to that.
It's all good.
I
Just speaking of
I definitely just hurt myself on YouTube. That's horrible. That's awesome.
It's fine. We'll keep it going. But let me go dye my mustache. I'll be right back.
Are you dyeing it blonde? What are we doing here? Oh, he's gone.
Oh, Andrew only likes black.
You're right.
Love it.
These dirty mouths. What's wrong with these guys? I don't know.
Dark stash. Man, I bought the shit out of this thing on that open.
Yeah, I hit that long.
I caught 2 micros long.
All right, it's about to test this VWAP here. Let's see what
It
happens.
was like 60 points or something. And then I caught 2 minis. I put 2 minis on my WST bot, and it ran up 640.
Seller's coming in strong. ES moved to the high of day there. Now it's pulled all the way back into the 12s.
Not bad. It's not bad. I may or may not have half killed an eval on the attempted dip and rip though, because it just did the dip and dip. There was no rip.
Bartholomew is the one talking.
We're not doing that today. We're just gonna do the other thing. It's like, all right, it's fine. I'll just not revenge trade you.
Okay. Yeah, I had I ran what did I run? Two ES not micros, fucking minis. I hit it from to 44.97 all the way up to 45.15.
Damn, let me open up an ES chart real quick.
So kind of holding that VWAP there, but looks like it wants to lose it.
It was like 15.
Right there at 90. ES pulling back into the VWAP.
I think I remember this brick size.
All right, we'll turn them down now. Now they're just going to talk normal.
I've always had trouble like getting this thing to work.
Kind of fun though.
Animation. I think I might have.
Bouncing off the VWAP there. ES moved back to that 20 SMA at the 12. Volume coming in here. Let's see. We push through that 500 level strong here. Maybe we participate. Don't know though, because feels like this thing wants to retest that VWAP and maybe move below it. It's kind of what it feels like. You can see on the 1 minute chart, you kind of have an A leg here, get a little B leg back up, and then your C leg down. So as soon as we see this sell volume come in, we're probably going to take a short, even though we are above the VWAP there. A lot of times I don't take those if the VWAP is there and then it ends up playing out anyway. Not looking for a ton of points anyway out of these kind of moves, so it's a little bit dangerous. Sellers kind of coming in here. All right, we're going to take a short. See if we can't get this pushed down through 90, down into the 70s here. Stop's already at break even. Can't lose. Come on. Come on, you got more. Give me the 75s. It's going to trail this down a little bit as it goes. Like I said, can't lose. Looking for 75 here. Seller still look good. Stopped out. Darn it. See, I don't normally take these moves because of the VWAP, but they normally work anyway. So I'll be right back, guys. Give me a minute. All right, this is who tells me when to buy. He says, "All right, push the button." He says, "Give me the microphone." All right, tell him something. Tell him something. He's trying to eat the microphone. You can't chew on it, guy. You can't chew on the microphone. He said he'll just hold it. Say something. He's only 5 months old, so he can't really talk. He can't talk yet. So I can make noises. That's about it. That's about it. Alrighty. Say bye. We'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. That's the little guy. He's the youngest. The youngest. Obviously. So we held the VWAP there. So the ABC really didn't play out. I guess could have got 5 or 6 points out of it. Usually that response back is like, we just fixed it. Login failed. Yeah. Anyways. He has held the VWAP there too. Traded back down into the 12s, pushing the 16s again. If we get this buy volume coming in here, which it looks like it is. Alright, we got to participate. See if we get this push back into the high of day now. This might be a situation where I just put my stop down at the 80 area. And I'm going to put my take profit at the high of day. So let's look for a push into 30. I think we can get it. So you just give us 30 here. Let's watch in the WADA. See if this volume comes in here. Pushes us up. Come on. Disappearing. It wants to go. Yes, I do got to remember we still pre-market here. Alright, if we don't hold the 500s, then we may kill it. ES still trying to push here, so I'm still long. We get the ES to retest high day there. ES up to 16s. I want to see if we can get this push into the 30s. We got about 20 minutes here before the market actually opens, but the volume comes in here, we should be able to push, but I don't know. All right, we're just going to kill it. We're just going to kill it. Just going to kill it there. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. So just couldn't get that push there. I may wait. Down $15 on the PA account over here. So I may wait until the open here and get a proper move. Wait until the open so we can get a proper move there. There's not enough volume here to get this thing going. There come the sellers. coming in hard. ES pulling back to the 14s. Testing the 95s again. Testing the 95s. Got to get away from this area at open. We really, the last couple of days, we've been hanging out like right in that VWAP whole number area at open and kind of been stuck there for a while. Getting better moves later in the day, but early in the day, not so much. Gotta zoom out here. Let's look at yesterday's action a little bit. I guess we were below the VWAP most of the day yesterday. Kind of had that sell-off right there at the 10 a.m., 10:20. Traded back to the VWAP and then sold off again. I just don't like opening up at the VWAP so much. Kind of open at VWAP. You see, we just chop around here. Chop it around for an hour. Losing the VWAP now. ES at the VWAP at the 11s. Or at least testing the VWAP there for us. So I had to move this morning, move down, little rip dip, and then retrace the entire move there, basically. That's typical of CPI. As long as we can hold the VWAP, obviously we want to be bullish. If we hold the VWAP, we think we might move up there at open. If we lose the VWAP, then obviously it's a different story. But we took the sell side already, you know. You zoom out. Zoomy, zoomy, zoomy. We took that little sell side liquidity there. I guess there's more down there. The 95s, always more down there. But I would expect to move up. I would expect kind of a bullish day, I believe. Let's take a look at the daily. Let's look at the daily. See what it says. Got a lot of drawings on here, man. I need to take some of that stuff off. Let's just remove the drawings. So let's kind of see. When in doubt, zoom out. That's what they say, right? I mean, I guess we do got a little more room to the downside. We're kind of at the midway point of this gap here. We tested it yesterday and bounced out of there. I don't know. There is some more room to the downside, but I'm kind of expecting a move back up today. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'm going to switch this account with the PA account because I don't think I'm going to take any more trades on that account today. Although I do need to figure out which account I'm going to use for the 5 minutes strategy today. So this is the PA account. You see we're down $15. Took some trades here. Basically all losers. Well, a couple of break evens. So we'll be taking the 15-minute breakout over here on the left side. And we'll be taking the... I'll probably just use this account for the 5-minute today. We don't have a lot of drawdown on it, but I think there should be enough. Let's see. Drawdown, $284. That should be okay with 1 micro. Typically only risking maybe $100 at the most. So if we get a winner in there, then it should be fine. Just get a winner in there. It's all we need. Oh, come on. All right. So just about 12 minutes here till open. We'll see what happens at open. All right, let's go ahead and get everything shared over here. I hope we have some decent action today. I know it is CPI day, but usually we get decent action, I think. I think we crossed over 260 subscribers overnight. Appreciate it. I think. I look at it occasionally. I don't pay too close attention to it because we're not, you know, we're not close to where we need to be at 262. But we do appreciate every subscriber that we get. Helps the channel. So just about 10 minutes here until we open. We'll see what price has to offer. If you're just joining us, we did take a trade during CPI there, made $200 or $215, I think, on that trade, but we did take a little $15 loser before that. So we're up 195 on the account, on the express funded account for Topstep. 195. We are going to liquidate that account Friday. So whatever we have in there on Friday, we're going to take it out. And we should have another, we should be able to pass these other accounts probably by next Friday at the very latest. So that's the idea anyway. Now, if you guys didn't know, the APEX extended the sale through like the 27th, I believe, for the 80% off. It's kind of hoping for a 90% off to come through, but we'll take the 80%. We will take the 80%. It's kind of hanging out here right at the 90 level and the VWAP. ES just below the VWAP. It's kind of sold back into the VWAP here. Just holding up there at the 09s, the 10 area. Let's kind of reread what Mancini said this morning. So, CPI day and risk is not over. So I guess he's expecting some more volatility. 25 and 32 is up next if the ES wants it. We already said that. 97 fails. We see 83. So basically 97 is the... Look how precise Mancini is, though, on his stuff. This was... He sent this out an hour ago, so this was before CPI even came out. He said, expect noise or traps in the first 30 minutes. Plan today, as long as 4503.97 holds, 4516 will be the squeeze trigger. So ES traded back to the 95 and then went all the way back up to the 16 during those numbers. So nice call there. Nice call. I have no idea why Quan Tower makes that noise. The little doo-doo-doo. I don't know what that means or what it's doing, but it makes that noise every day. Randomly throughout the day. So nice little kind of a V-shaped push back up here. Back above the VWAP there. ES above the VWAP. Pushing going in the open. Trying to push. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get away from the VWAP before we open up here. I'd like to get through that 500. Maybe we open up at the 510 and then we quickly take out the high day there, 530. That would be the idea. So let's just see what happens here going in the open. We'll get some actions, that's for sure. Let's see here. $263 subscribers now. Appreciate it. Somebody subscribe. Appreciate you. I'm going to try to upgrade the stream a little bit over the weekend. I'm going to start using Streamlabs and try to make it a little nicer. And here in the next few weeks, we're going to upgrade the equipment, get a better mic, better lights, all that good stuff. In the next few weeks, that's going to be the goal anyway there. Huh. Interesting. All right. Got about 4 minutes here until the open comes, and we'll see what happens. Pivot point up there at the 54. Maybe we want to see that pivot. Could be a nice target if we get this move up through high a day through that 30. Like to see the VWAP hold here at open. Maybe pull back, test it. Get into sync there with the ES, and then maybe we can push up into that area. Let me quickly, while we got a couple minutes, let's check out where we closed at yesterday. Because I think maybe the 03, is that what that is? Let's see where we closed yesterday. Yeah, we closed at basically 500, it looks like. So no real gap to speak of today. We're right there opening up right where we closed at yesterday. So a whole lot of movement to go nowhere between yesterday and today. Let's check on the ES, see if there's a gap on the ES. The ES looks like it closed. $5.15, which is right where we're at right now. So both of them, no gaps to speak of really at all on the ES or the NQ here. Both trying to push. ES trying to test the 16s right here going into open. Might get that quick push through the high of day there on the ES at the open. About a minute and a half here till open. Sellers trying to come in here. So maybe you look for, you know, just keep it simple. Something along those lines. And then obviously to the downside, you just draw another one. So it's going to break probably one way or the other, right? Probably look a little cleaner there on the 1 minute. VWAP down at the 88s. No, you can't see the VWAP on here, but yeah, clean this up a little bit. I don't necessarily like all that. Just about a minute, and we're going to be ready to rock. See if we hold that trend line. Got a pretty similar setup there on the ES as well. All right, here we go. Place your bets, place your bets. Maybe a pull back into the 90 and then a push up. I don't know. Kind of thinking just want to hold that 90 area. So yeah, 80% sell until the 28th there. All right, let's just watch here and see what happens. Sellers coming through. Testing the VWAP here. Pulling back into the 90. ES pulling back to the 13s. Let's just keep it simple. Wait for price to offer us something. ES not pushing yet. All right, we're going to try to take this through the high of day there. Volume looking good so far. Should be able to spike right through there. Stops at break even. Thinking we can get into that 35. Well, there we go. So a little $30 winner right there at open. Saw the ES start pushing ES up into the 20s. Like I said, this may move all the way up to that pivot at the 54. Might be a reasonable target, but ES did move back through the high of day there. So nice and easy read there on that one. It's kind of trades I like. Like I said, 54 wouldn't be a reasonable target here. ES up into the 23s. Mancini said if ES gets above 16, that would be kind of your squeeze trigger. 25 and 32 up next. Almost at the 25 now. Maybe we get a little pullback. We might be able to re-enter, but let's just see what happens. So you can see we just held the low-to-low trend line. Volume came in there, pushed through the high-to-high trend line, and boom. And here comes the 50s. ES up to the 24.75, and there's 54. Tap the pivot. Just like that. Nice, easy read. Unfortunately, I was going to move my profit target up and then kind of trail it, but I didn't move it high enough. Didn't move it high enough. That's all right. So kind of rejecting off that pivot a little bit there. Do got that 50 number right there. So ES up to 24.75. Getting a little pullback here. Let's take a look. So maybe we get a little deeper of a pullback, get a little B leg going down, and then we can get this C leg push back through that pivot there. Sellers coming in here. ES 25.75 and then pulled back. So quick squeeze right there through 16. Mancini called that out perfectly. And then said 25 would be up next, followed by 32. So we'll see if we base here before we make another run. Want to see it kind of hold that 16 area on the ES. So just kind of watching the 1 minute chart over here and watching the WADA. We want to see that volume come back through there if it's going to push it, continue to push. ES pulling back into the 20. Although I don't love how deep of a pullback it is. I want to get a little consolidation here, and then maybe we can get some energy to get through there. Let's put in 1 or 2 more red candles. Then the idea would kind of be, you know, just like always. Just look for a breakout there. Simple. Kind of want to see it hold that trend line. And then get a nice little breakout. Little consolidation here is not a bad thing, though. Well, I don't love the amount of volume there on the pullback. I think we might get going here. All right, hold on. Let's wait. I'm going to wait for confirmation. ES bounced off the 19 there. Seller's still coming in, but we're pushing. Interesting. Interesting divergence there. Testing the high-to-high trend line. ES back up to the 22. No volume yet to support this push up, so that's why I'm waiting. I don't love when it's pushing up like that with no volume. Testing that trend line. Let's see if the volume comes through here. All right, we're going to take a push back into the 57s here if we can get it. Volume's coming in here nicely. We're already going to be at break even. Feels bad. I moved it too quick to break even, guys. I don't know why I do that. I really don't. Something I'm trying to work on. That's why I'm trying to do those mechanical strategies where where the rule is you don't move your stop. Even though I'm not loving this now, still a mistake to move the stop. Yes, trying to push. This volume comes back through here, we might participate. Let's just see. ES hanging up right there at the 23s. Yeah, I'm not going to push the button again, even though this is telling me to. It's telling me to push the button. It's not a bad area for a long here. I think we get a push through that high a day there, maybe up into the 70. But don't love that the ES isn't going yet. I want to see that ES push through that 25. It's up to the 24 now. I'm trying to get through there. Volume's not really as high as we'd like it. No consistency there on the volume. It's kind of tailing off now. Kind of tailing off. Basically non-existent at this point. Non-existent. So pulling back here, gonna probably retest this line here. You want to see it hold here. If it can't hold there, then we might be selling back to that VWAP down at the 500 now. You got the whole number, the VWAP, and the 90 all right there together. So a lot of support down there. Might put in a little more consolidation. Maybe there's a little more consolidation to put in here before we actually start to move up again. So pulling back into the 30s here. ES back down to the 20. Nothing really to do here except for wait for a breakdown or a breakout, one or the other. How's it going, Kelvin? Dylan? How you guys doing this morning? The Horse Crew. All right. This is looking possibility of a little better here. Let's just see. Just waiting. Nothing yet. Letting the water show us the way. Waiting for a breakout here. ES retesting the 22s there. Trying to get through there. All right, we're going to take it here. We are going to take it. Come on. You know you wanna. Can't lose. Still not going. It tried and failed. It was kind of wicked above that trend line there, and then it came back down. He's acting like it wants to go. The ES is right there at the 22s. I hate to re-enter here, but now it's going. It's too late. I should have already pressed the button again, or I probably should have never moved my stop to begin with, to be honest. How's it going, Mob? Mob Barley. And there we are into the 60s. Into the 60s. Feels bad. Should have just stayed long there. Didn't do it. He has pushed up into that 2350 area, 2375, and now kind of hanging up there. I mean, you could see could have held this breakout really from this entry, never in the red. Could have just held, but instead we took like 3 entries on it. Good to hear. Good to hear. All is well. So we got about 2 minutes left on this first 15-minute candle. Pretty sure we can go ahead and mark out the low. $9.30. There's the low. Dip back now into the 16 almost over here on the ES. Big pullback. From 23s to the 16s quickly. Maybe the low isn't safe. Who knows? What is this I just saw? Did I miss something over here? Didn't think that was. I was like, what is going on here? That had to be like a troll tweet. All right, I've got about 30 seconds left on this candle, on this first 15 minutes. Oh, wait, we gotta... Oh, did I got this thing wrong again? I do. I don't know how I do that. Oh. What? Oh, 150. All right. We got the 15-minute breakout set up here. Let's see what happens. So we'll be long from 62. So once we reach 82, we'll move our stop into profit. If we get to 82, that is. Looking nice here for a breakout, to be honest. Looks all right to me. ES kind of got a nice bull flag going on. Pulling back into the range here. I don't mind some consolidation before it kind of breaks out or breaks down, whatever the case may be. Just put one on each side. We'll see which one it takes first. Thinking the upside, but we got a pivot right there at the 54. Not in love with that, but if we can get through there strong, that should be all right. If we can get through there strong. Yeah, still holding up there at the 21. Buyers trying to come in here. Probably about to get filled here. Let's see if we can get a push strong through this pivot. I want to see these buyers just keep coming in. It's kind of tapping on that door there at the pivot so far. Not able to get through there. All right, well, here they come again. Let's see if we get tagged in here. This one, the stop will move automatically. This one, it won't. So I have to manually move this one. I'm going to be watching the ES and the Nasdaq here to see. I might move the stop before I'm supposed to if I feel like we're going to get stopped out. If we're 10, 15 handles in profit. So far unable to get through that pivot though. It's being held up right there at the pivot. Just can't bust through there. Rejecting the pivots hard. Kind of a little triple top going on there, really. Just consolidating here. Like I said, I'm not mad at it. I like a little consolidation. It's kind of trading in this range. Got a nice little idiot box going on, to be honest. Actually, I forgot. I'm supposed to take that 5 minute on here. So I'm going to take this off over here and only take this over here. I forgot. We're supposed to take that 5 minute play on this account today. I don't think I can put... Can I put another order on the screen here? I guess I can. It's kind of hanging out right in the middle of the range right now. ES testing that 16 level again. All right, so I guess you can. Just take them off. Yeah. Well, let's see which one gets taken first. If the ES loses this 15, you got the VWAP down there at the 14. Nasdaq VWAP all the way down at the 15,500. I like this more to the upside than I do to the downside, to be honest. But we take it wherever it is, I guess. I don't love this area because typically when you trade below the 500, you take out the 90. Then you kind of push back above the 500. And then you kind of sell. So this setup, not in love with that. I much prefer this thing trade back out to the upside, I believe. That's what I would prefer it to do. It's not a great look so far. So pulling back here into the 18s. Again, you got the VWAP right there at the 502s. Looking like it wants to test that. All right, sellers coming in here hard. ES still not really back to that VWAP yet. Still just hanging out in the range here. Hanging out in the range, waiting to see what happens. Making a nice A leg down though. A leg down, maybe get a little push back up and then proper C leg down. ES at the VWAP now. Like I said, VWAP on the NAS down at the 502s. 504, I guess now. It's at 504, almost 505. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. If you are interested in trading futures, I do recommend Topstep. we got the link in the description below. If you're new to Topstep, you should be able to save 20% by using the link. I believe they'll give the 50K account to you for $39 if you are new. If you're not new, you're still just going to have to pay $49, but you can use the link. Apex extended the 80% off sale till the 27th. Link and coupon code in the description down below for that as well. So bouncing right off the VWAP there, ES as well as the Nasdaq. Bounced right off the VWAP at the 05s. Little 20-point push back up so far. 25. Oh man, this would have been a nice entry here. That's a nice little entry. That's all right. So that's a pretty strong pushback up off the VWAP there. I like the volume on that pushback up. Still technically a B leg, I guess, but I would see that as an A leg. I'd like to see that as an A leg. Let's continue higher here. ES retested the 14s, pushed back up, getting above the 16s now into the 20. Getting a little pullback right now. Pushing back up into the 40s. Volume's coming in. We still got the pivot right there at the 54. I want to just blast right through that pivot strong. Let's just make a new high here. Would have been a nice entry there. Obviously, if I wasn't doing this 15-minute play, I probably would have taken this. You know, you just got that consolidation. You're just looking for this candle's high to be eclipsed, and your entry would be right there at 21, all the way up at 50. Looks like it's about to test that 54 pivot. Got the 10 o'clock top of the hour coming up here in about a minute. We pushed through there. I'd like to get a nice push up into the 80s, obviously, so I can at least lock in some profito. We can get a push into the 80s would be ideal. Once we lock in 10, then you don't have to worry about the trade being a loser any longer. You just move on. All right, retesting the pivot. Volume coming in decently here. ES pushing up into the 22s. Trying to get going as well. Volume's trailing off a little bit. Maybe we want to make a proper B leg before we push through there. And then we can get a nice C leg going. So it looks like we're getting a little consolidation here. I like that. Maybe get a little consolidation before we continue up. All right, getting a little pushback down here. Don't want it to be too deep. Let's just get a little pullback and then we can go up. All right, pulling back into the range. Not in love with the volume on this pullback now, so kind of back to square one there. Back to square one. Which way will it go? I mean, the volume's not crazy high. This still could make a proper C leg here. I want to get that ES get going above 25 nice and strong. Trade up into that 32, 33 area. Probably would give us what we needed. So right now we're just kind of idiot boxing. We did just cross over the top of the hour there, 10 a.m. See if this buy volume comes back in here, pushes us up out of this range. All right, just right here in the middle of the range. Still could go either way. I mean, looking strong, though. Looking like we want to move up. Want to get that breakout, but just hasn't happened yet. No breakout to speak of yet. We did get a nice little breakout here. This would have been a nice entry. Get long there at 21. Just put your stop at the bottom of this candle. Pushed all the way up into the 50. 52. A little 30-point winner there. Pulling back, pulling back. ES pulling back now, retesting that 19 area. Retesting the 19s. How's it going, Real? Not quite get what you're saying there. Let go. Topstep lose. Is that what you're saying? Let's go. I don't know what that means. Go to stop loss. I'm not in a trade yet. Not in a trade yet. Waiting for this 15-minute range to break in one direction or the other. Just waiting for it to take us one direction or the other. I kind of like the upside a little better than the downside, but we're just taking the strategy as it plays out. So kind of retesting the 500s here. So unable to get through that pivot point there a couple times, and we've tested it like 4 or 5 times at this point. Just unable to get through there, which kind of is an indication that maybe we sell. ES back to the VWAP now. Nasdaq pushing through the VWAP there at the 505s. So it looks like we might get entered short here. So if we do, we'll take this order off. Again, I'd rather us not get tagged in on the first push below 500 because typically we push back above 500 and that might stop us out. So if we're going to push below 500, I'd rather it just kind of stop at the 95, 96 area, then go back up. All right, we're tagged in. Again, I don't love it, but... Oh yeah, I do got that stop trailing. I forgot about that. So we want to see 72. So I do got the stop trailing here. I'm just going to let it trail. Push down into the 85s there. It gives me 72. Come on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lock in 5 here. No, I'm not supposed to, but that's what I'm doing. I just so taking out there, just took 5 handles. Kind of breaking the rules a little bit there, but typically if you don't get 20 on that first move down, it's usually a loss. So let's see what happens. ES at the 09s. Might have made a mistake there, but because if we get to 72, then we would be locking in 10. So right there, we would lock in 10. That's where the stop would be, 0750. So in my experience in the back testing, if we don't get the 20 on that first push down, then usually we're stopped out for a loss. That's exactly what happened yesterday. Just kind of see how this plays out. Although I don't mind the look of this now at this point, to be honest. Looks pretty decent. As long as this push back up doesn't go too high here, it actually looks decent. Not liking the look of that volume coming in there, though. Yes, holding up there about the 10 area, 9, 10 area. Trying to get back up into that VWAP zone. Retesting the bottom of that 15-minute range. VWAP on the ES at the 14 area. It feels bad there. That's the 5-minute play over here. So we definitely gave up 5 handles at least here, maybe more. By moving the stop. Price action's rough, yeah, Kelvin. It's not great, but there's been opportunities. I mean, this was a nice trade that I did not take because I was waiting on the 15-minute breakout. And this actually looks fine. This is a nice little ABC setup. We have not had the C-leg come in yet. I broke the rule there by not waiting for the, I moved the stop, let the stop trail. Just because of what happened yesterday, and it's just probably a bad idea. So we would have locked in 10 handles at 72. So the stop would have actually been at 82. So we would have been stopped out for 10 handles instead of 5. Because we're short from 93. Or I'm sorry, where are we short from? I think we got filled at 72.50 or at 92.50. So we were short from 92.50. So at 72.50, we would have moved our stop to 82.50. So we would have got 10 handles here. And we would have got stopped out for 10 handles on that red candle there. So we gave up 5 handles there, which kind of sucks, but I ain't perfect. Well, we did lock in some profit, I guess. Let's see what we got. Like $100. So we got on the, oh, did it not? Okay, yeah, it took it. On Apex 100. Bulenox 115, 115, 115. So that pretty much makes us break even on the week, I think. 410 on Topstep. 410 and 410. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder why it's 115 on these. I know I took two contracts on these, but these should be like $200. I don't know how we got $400 there unless the orders didn't close and I didn't notice it. I did hear the trail still moving. So that might be why. I don't know if you guys noticed I hit that flatten button. That must have been what happened. I didn't look at the order thing there. We must have had some orders stuck. Worked out good for us, I guess. Not going to complain. Predator, you like this action, but I can get in fast enough with limit orders, getting some bad feels with market orders. Yeah. So now we're selling here. Look, it pushed back up and didn't tag us. You dirty dog. Did the thing one tick us? Oh no, that was there before I put the order on the book. Yeah. So it didn't tag us in. I like this push down though. I like this push down. Would have probably taken this. So we have had a couple of setups today. I mean, we really have. This is a nice A leg down. You got your B leg up. And then you could have participated short right in here, 86 down to 61. So we lost 15 handles yesterday. We made 10 on Monday, and then we made 5 today. So the 15-minute breakout is pretty much a break even at this point. We should have locked in 10 today. So it should be a +5 handle at this point on the week. So a little frustrating, but it's okay. Profit is profit there. I gotta, adjust it as we go. ES testing the 05s now. So if you didn't move your stop at all from 92, you'd be at about 30 handles. But on Topstep, I could do that. Bulenox, you can't do that. You can't. Bulenox and APEX, your stop you gotta lock in profits somewhere. So this thing's probably going to bleed all the way down to the 80s. That's what it usually does. Like it did yesterday. Left without me, went all the way down, then came back up, would have tagged me in and took me to my profit target. But we will leave this one on today. I mean, after all, we're risking 55 handles. That's $110. So, yeah. We'll leave this one on today and see what happens. So it did go to the 38 handles there. Traded down to 56. So from 92 to 56, yeah. 82, 72, 62, right there at the 50. Right there at the 50, 38 handles. Close to it. So if you didn't move your stop at all, you would have had basically a full winner here. I don't know though. I was thinking I might unlink the Topstep accounts and not move the stop on those. That does require me to put it on one more chart though, because I can still copy trade the Topstep accounts together on a separate Quantower chart. Just set up a separate copier. I might do that. And that way I can just, because Topstep I don't have to worry about moving the stop. But with Bulenox and APEX, you need to move this. I mean, I have to move the stop. I can't take a 20 point profit and then take a 15 point loss. It's just devastating to those accounts. So on the Topstep accounts, I guess we need probably around $1,000 to get, let's see, well, 2,000. 2,300 more to get those kind of going. So did we get the full 38 handles? Let's see, 54, I believe so. Yeah, that's 38 on the dot. 54.50 from 92.50. 58 on the dot. Let's see if this thing comes back up and fills us. Well, we're locking in a green day at this point. Can't lose. Not a very big green day. We're up about out of the mic. Up about $500 on the funded accounts. And yeah, and still got this one trade that will be open. If it hits, we'll be up 700. If it doesn't hit, we'll only be up 400 total. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. The thing is, I've reviewed this strategy, right? And I know that if we don't hit 20 handles on that first push down, I think like 8 out of 10 times it comes back and hits your stop, right? So if you don't, on that first push down, if you don't at least get 20, it comes back and hits your stop. So this one, it didn't hit our stop, but you can see what it did. I mean, it came down to about 18 handles, pushed back up. So I locked in 5. You can look back and say, well, you shouldn't have moved the stop, right? But basically, and then right here we did hit the 20, so it would have moved the stop to 82.50, and then came back and stopped us out, and then ran to our target. So sometimes that's going to happen. For the majority of the time, moving the stop is the right play. It's hard to know when that is and when that isn't. But based on the back testing, that's kind of where we're at. So it's kind of where we're at. But the only thing I could think that I could do is, like I said, move the Topstep accounts over to a separate copy or put them on a different page off screen here. I could just simply put the bracket orders on there and just not move the stops on Topstep. Because on Topstep, you don't have to worry about that intraday drawdown. It doesn't matter at all. So that's one of the reasons I do like Topstep. That's why I recommend them, just because of that. I know there's other brokers that offer the static drawdown end of day, but for some reason they give you a very, very small drawdown amount, like 625 or something, which is just not enough. Not enough to make things happen. Juker, you believe consistency is key. Just keep doing the same thing over and over. Don't adjust because of the feelings, in your opinion. No, you're not wrong. That's the reason I keep using this 15-minute strategy, is because I back tested it. I'm forward testing it now, and I know if I follow the rules that I set forth, it's profitable. So breaking the rules today did cost me 5 points. If I'd broke the rules yesterday, it would have saved me 15. So I guess I got to take that with a grain of salt, right? Probably should just stick to the rules and not worry about it. When you start breaking the rules, you kind of skew the numbers a bit. Idiot box time? Yeah, you're probably right. Probably right on. Earn to Trade is decent. You've been with them for years, on and off. Yeah, I think I was looking. Is that Earn to Trade I was looking at? Let me look. I would look at it, Earn to Trade and Take Profit. I think both of them have a static account. And very similar to Topstep, if I'm not mistaken. Just slightly more expensive. Does Earn to Trade, they have, I think actually, did I see an 80% off for them? Let me look. Is that Earn to Trade? Happy Labor Day. Oh, that's Elite Trader Funding. Okay, yeah, I don't see one for Earn to Trade. 70% off. Earn to Trade has no payout BS and weekly payouts. I've never, I don't think I've ever done Earn to Trade, no. Let me look at it. So with the 70% off, how much is that? So $57. That's not bad. Daily loss limit 1100, end of day drawdown 2000. So basically it's the exact same as Topstep, except you can trade up to 6 contracts. You do have to trade at least 15 days. That's quite a bit of time, but doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. Maybe we'll take a look at them. I'm trying to diversify. I don't stick with one prop firm, as you guys already know. I'm with Bulenox. That was 15 days, 30% consistency. Is 30% on both eval and funded. Yeah, that's the thing. If I'm already taking trades, that's kind of what I was talking about with my buddy the other day. It's like, even if I'm just taking the 15-minute breakout, I can add as many accounts on here as I want. And you're already doing it. just copy them. That's why when I threw that extra Apex on there last night, just toss it on the copy trade and see what happens. All right, so we're tagged in here. Not looking promising right out of the gate. I heard something make a noise a minute ago. I was kind of like, what was that noise? And it was like, okay, so once you're funded, no consistency. That's fine then. If you got to trade 15 days anyway, 30% is not that big a deal, right? So that's still what, $1,000 a day that you can make. And with this 15-minute strategy, it's either 750 or 300. You're either winning 750, losing 300, unless it's a day like today where I break the rules. So I don't love this push up, but this is the 5-minute play. So we didn't take it yesterday. We didn't leave it on here. I don't know if you guys watched my recap, but it literally came back and would have ticked us in and then went for a 130-point drop right after on yesterday's trade that we took off. The screen. So it's not looking great right now, but that's okay. It can turn on a dime. I'm going to have to leave here in a few minutes. Got some stuff to do today. But I will be back this afternoon and we'll fire up for, well, if this trade is still on, we'll leave it on. But if not, we'll fire it up for a little afternoon stream. Trying to get I just can't wake up in the morning anymore. I'm not sleeping great at night. I'm on the, I'm doing the keto thing. And yeah, I don't know if it's messing with my sleep or what it is. Usually throw big size first day, so either get 30% or reset, and then just regular size for the rest of the time. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, I guess. I mean, that's the thing. Most setups that I see, I'm a little frustrated today because we had this nice setup here. I mean, this was beautiful. Easy read, too. And I mean, in 2 minutes, it moved up 30 handles. Then you had this breakout first thing this morning, right at open. You know, I did take it, but didn't get I said 54, you know, up there at the pivot would be a nice target, and we didn't hold it for that. If you guys are watching and you're not yet subscribed, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel. I mean, even this here, this nice A leg up, little B leg consolidation going on right now. As soon as this volume comes back in, you could participate long here. I'm not going to because I'm already hit my $200 profit on Topstep, and these accounts I'm only taking the 15-minute breakout on because I don't want to skew the numbers. Easy way to know exactly what the profit and loss is on the week on it for me, if I just take the same trade on every on those accounts there. So this looks like a nice little setup coming here, though, if you just wait. So like wait for the WADA. So I'd wait for this to kind of break this high here. You know, maybe get above that 29 area. See that volume come in with it. So as soon as it kind of, if we put in another red candle, then you'd move it to the top of this candle, right? But if it breaks that 29 area there, get long. So as long as the WADA is saying to get long. And there it is. Volume coming through here, pushing it on up. There you go. Should have more in it here. Should be able to make it up to the 50. So there's 10 handles. Basically 39. There it is. There's 10. WADA still looking good. Possible move into the 50s here. Probably going to stop us out over here. I'd probably be taking my profit right about now because Just locking that 10. The WADA volume's kind of dying. Might make it to the 50 though if the volume comes back in here. It's below the explosion line right now. That's a nice little 10 handle winner. I didn't take it, but easy read on that one. The market's actually offering some decent moves this morning. I'm just not really capitalizing on them. Nice little 14, 15 handle winner right there. ES pushed up into the 18s. Definitely probably going to get a little squeeze here. ES back above the 16, which Manzini says is kind of the squeeze area. Squeeze zone, if you will. Squeeze zone. If you kind of zoom out here on price, I mean, you can see another little consolidation breakout here. This one wasn't, I mean, it's pretty similar there. Again, you just wait until price, you know, breaks the high there. So this is really the second move. That third, the first and second move, that's okay. I take those, but anything beyond that, probably, unless I'm still holding, I don't think I'd take it. Don't think I'd take it. We didn't get stopped out yet. I guess that's a positive. That's the only positive we can take out of it. We didn't get stopped out yet. Maybe it'll turn back down. It looks like it wants to stop us out. I don't love it. I mean, both the ES and the NAS are above the VWAP. I'm not gonna take it off here though. It's either gonna hit us or it's not. Kind of thing. Yeah, so we're at about 51,000 on the Bulenox account. $51,000 on one of them, 50,400 on another. The other one's pretty much break even. So still need like another $1,500 to get those to the finish line there. A nice full winner this week would be nice. That would be ideal. Well, kind of holding up here, getting a little consolidation going on. ES and NAS both above the VWAP at this point. So not necessarily in love with this entry. Not in love with it, but let it play out. That's the thing, is what I was saying yesterday in my recap. It's like, I feel like I'm catching every loser, but not catching the winners. So on the days where I'm like, it's not going to tag us in anyway, then it tags us in and goes for a winner. Or I take it off for short loss or short profit like I did one day last week. Gotta stop doing that. Just gotta stick with it and just let it do what it's gonna do. All right, probably gonna take us out here. Got the pivot right there at 54 also. So stops just below the pivot, not above the pivot. Rather it be above the pivot, but it's where it's supposed to be. Hold on 1 second here. All right, well, it's approaching it. Let's see what happens. Everybody start blowing on the screen here. Blow down on the top of the screen, help this thing go down. Does that work? I don't know if that works. I'm not so sure if that works. Still not stopped out yet. Maybe we put in a little, well, I was going to say a double top, but a double top's going to stop us out. Yeah, maybe we just put in a lower high here. That's what we can hope for. Lower high. There have been some nice setups this morning, though. I mean, I really have missed a couple, but I do want to maybe take one account. I might take one of these accounts off and just trade it myself and take it off the mechanical stuff. Maybe one of the combine accounts. I don't know. And just push the button on that one myself. $20 handles is still good. Well, I got to leave here in about a minute, so let's see if this thing stops us out or not. If not, I'll leave it up for you guys, but I think it will. And it's tickling the stop. It's just blowing on it. It's like... Oh, goodness. All right, stopped out. So we're down $95 on that account. Like I said, I got some stuff to do this morning, so I'm going to go knock that stuff out, and then I'll be back this afternoon, maybe 2 o'clock-ish. I'll come back. We'll fire the stream up and stream till the end of the day. Don't have to pick the kids up from school today, so we should get a nice little 2-hour stream in there. But if you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're watching and you're not yet subscribed. And I'll be back around 2 o'clock. We'll fire the stream back up, so we'll see you guys then. Appreciate you guys watching.